What if I told you, the dollar in your pocket is quietly losing power? Not just against other currencies but against time itself. While you're budgeting for your next paycheck, billionaires and nations are repositioning for a future where the US dollar might not be king anymore. This isn't just news, it's your financial future on the line. In the next 10 minutes, I'll break down why the dollar is weakening, how it impacts your money, and what smart investors are doing right now to protect and grow their wealth. Point 1. The root causes of a weakening dollar. Let's begin with the causes. The US dollar isn't weakening because of one event, it's a storm of pressures stacking up. 1. Overprinting and national debt. The US added over $6 trillion to its national debt in just a few years. More dollars chasing fewer goods? You guessed it, dollar value drops. 2. Inflationary pressures. Prices are rising, but wages? Not fast enough. Inflation erodes the purchasing power of every dollar you hold. 3. Geopolitical shifts. Countries like China and Russia are reducing dependence on the US dollar, trading oil in their own currencies. That chips away at the dollar's global dominance. 4. Declining confidence in US fiscal policy. When investors see the US struggling with debt ceilings and budget gridlock, they start seeking safer assets outside the dollar. But what does this mean for you? How does this quiet erosion actually show up in your daily financial life? Let's talk about the effects. Point 2. How this affects you and investors. Now here's where it gets personal. 1. Daily living costs skyrocket. As the dollar weakens, imports cost more. And that means everything from groceries to gas becomes more expensive for you. 2. Investing gets more complicated. Your favorite US stocks might look the same, but if global investors lose faith in the dollar, valuations drop, volatility spikes, and long-term growth stalls. 3. Interest rates rise. Temporarily, to combat inflation and support the dollar, the Fed may raise interest rates. That's good for savers but bad for anyone with credit card debt or student loans. 4. Retirement and savings are at risk. A weaker dollar means your 401k buys less in the future unless it's strategically diversified. So what can you do about it? Can everyday investors actually beat the weakening dollar? You might be surprised by how much control you have. Point 3. Smart Forex and investing strategies. Here's where the opportunity hides in the chaos. Smart investors aren't panicking. They're pivoting. 1. Diversify beyond the dollar. Own assets in other currencies. Think international ETFs, or even gold-backed assets. These act as hedges against dollar devaluation. 2. Forex for beginners. If you're learning Forex, look into currency pairs like Euro to US dollar or US dollar to Japanese yen. Don't jump in blind, start with paper trading or micro accounts. 3. Commodities shine bright. Gold, silver, oil, they're historically strong when the dollar is weak. Even AI-powered investing apps are adding commodity allocation features. 4. Crypto. Volatile, but powerful. Yes, it's risky, but Bitcoin and stablecoins are becoming alternatives for preserving purchasing power. You don't need millions to protect your future. You just need the right strategies. Apply today. Point 4. How the Fed and global flows impact everything. Let's zoom out and connect the dots. The Fed's balancing act. The Fed is walking a tightrope. Raise rates to protect the dollar? Risk a recession. Lower them? Inflation and dollar weakness spiral. Every move shakes global markets. Inflation's hidden hand. Inflation is the fire. The Fed is the extinguisher, but the fuel? Trillions in stimulus, global supply chain changes, and over-reliance on credit. Global flows are shifting. Emerging economies are redirecting their reserves away from the dollar. If these flows continue, US financial dominance could wane in your lifetime. But here's the million-dollar question. In a world where the dollar weakens, how do you not just survive but thrive financially? The answer lies in how you build income, even when everything changes. This is the moment to act. You now understand what's happening to the dollar and how it threatens your financial future. But knowledge without action? That's wasted power. So if you're serious about building real, resilient wealth, I want you to watch this next video right here on the end screen where I break down the top 5 passive income ideas that still work in 2025, even with AI everywhere. Because if the dollar is losing value, your income shouldn't. Click now. Don't wait. Your future self is depending on it.